My name is Matthew Schooley, and this is a simplified geologic history of Carlsbad Caverns, Guadalupe Mountains, and Big Bend National Parks. 265 million years ago, in the Permian period, a large portion of present-day southeastern New Mexico and western Texas were submerged under a shallow inland sea. The especially shallow perimeter of the sea had conditions perfect for the formation of reefs. These reefs were not made of coral. Instead, they were made up of calciferous sponges and algae. Over time, the accumulation of the dead organisms on the seafloor were compacted and lithified into phosphoriferous limestone. Some of the fossils found in the parks today include ammonites, snails, and brachiopods. About 15 million years later, at the end of the Permian, the sea dried up and was covered by thousands of feet of sediment, protecting the limestone for the next 150 million years. 80 million years ago, in the late Cretaceous period, an event called the Laramide orogeny occurred. This orogeny was caused by the Farallon Plate subducting under the North American Plate at an oblique angle. Now in an erosional environment, the overlying sediment could begin to erode. Within the past 10 to 20 million years, karst formation has begun on uplifted limestone, and present-day rivers have started carving out their channels. In 1923, President Coolidge established Carlsbad Caverns as a national monument. Later, the caverns were re-established as a national park in 1930. Guadalupe Mountains was established in 1972, and Big Bend in 1944. The Carlsbad Caverns are a series of limestone caves over 30 miles long, located in southern New Mexico. The karst found in Carlsbad Caverns is created by acidic groundwater dissolving away the limestone bedrock. Hydrogen sulfide, a gas released from underground oil deposits, reacts with oxygen to form sulfuric acid, the cause of the groundwater's acidity. The rock uplifts through the groundwater, so the caves closest to the surface are the oldest, and the caves closest to the water table are the youngest. Speleothems are evaporite features inside of a cave. Slightly acidic surface water dissolves rock on its way down, and then deposits it when the water evaporates. A few of the many types of speleothems found in caverns are stalactites, stalagmites, draperies, and soda straws. Brazilian free-tailed bats, along with 16 other species of bats, make their home in the cave for part of the year. In the evenings, the bats can be seen flying out of the natural cave entrance to hunt. The Guadalupe Mountains are a chain of limestone mountains from an ancient Permian reef along the Texas-New Mexico border. In Guadalupe Mountains National Park, the anatomy of the ancient Permian reef is visible within the rocks. The back reef would have been the area closest to the shore, with low enough wave energy for the deposition of sand and silt. The reef is where the sponges and algae would have grown. The limestone from the reef is the best cemented because of organisms that grew over the accumulations of skeletal remains, stabilizing them into solid rock. The forereef was a section in front of the reef, with wave energy too high for reef growth. This became a collection zone for broken-off bits of reef. The basin is the entire ocean floor in front of the reef that sediments, organism remains, and limestone would have fallen down to. Each section of the reef can be found as a layer on mountains in the park, such as El Capitan. Over time, the less resistant clastic sedimentary rock and the poorly cemented limestone has largely eroded away, leaving behind the steep cliffs of the well-cemented reef limestone. The valleys and basins surrounding these peaks continue to be filled with eroded material to this day. Big Bend is home to the Chisos Mountains and a large portion of deeply incised Rio Grande River in southern Texas. Big Bend National Park started as a shallow oceanic basin, and for nearly the entire Cretaceous period, developed layers of limestone, sandstone, and shale. At the end of the Cretaceous, the Laramide orogeny uplifted the area out of the sea. Starting 42 million years ago, magma from the subducted Farallon plate rose to the surface and erupted. Extrusive igneous rocks, basalt, and andesite, as well as tuff, are found in layers in this park. Intrusive granite plutons are also present. As the park's peaks have eroded, the material has filled in the low basins surrounding the mountains, creating deposits of conglomerates, sandstone, and other sedimentary rocks. As the basins were filled in, water found new paths to the lowest elevation, resulting in the formation of the Rio Grande River, which has been carving out deep canyons in the sedimentary rock for the past 2 million years. The three parks have much of their geologic history in common. Starting in the Permian period, the presence of the Delaware and Midland Seas gave much of the region either a limestone or clastic sedimentary bedrock. Later on, the Laramide orogeny uplifted the region, creating mountains and allowing erosion to occur. In Carlsbad Caverns, karst topography, the dissolution of limestone, has become the dominant geologic activity. In the Guadalupe Mountains, erosion has removed the less resistant rock, exposing the ancient reef structure underneath. And in Big Bend, volcanism and erosion have shaped a landscape dominated by deep canyons cut into the rock by rivers.